Hi, you guys. Thank you for coming and joining me on Tell It Like It Is. I just felt compelled to record tonight, just to give you guys my thoughts, what's going on with me, because I feel like whatever's going on with me, somebody else may be going through it as well. And yes, I'm recording from my porch and whatever. I hope you guys can just tune in and just listen and maybe relate a little bit. And if so, leave me a message, a comment, a like, a dislike, whatever. But I don't know. I think I've been feeling like really happy, and of course we all have our good days and our bad days. But I've been feeling happy, on my journey, on my spiritual journey or whatever. And first and foremost, I just want to thank God, the Most High God, for just blessing me, my family, my friends, everyone I know and love, everyone who I can reach. That's very important. Um, just been going through a lot, or have been going through a lot lately. And I think it's important to get a message out to whom and whoever may need it, because I know I'm not, even though I might have been in solitude when I was going through what I was going through, and I'm still going through whatever I'm going through. But I think sometimes listening to someone else, you can definitely reach someone who may be going through the same thing or something similar. So let me get into it. Like I said earlier, you guys, I've been happy. I've made it a point to be happy. Let's be clear. Nothing significant happened in my life. I just made it a point, and I decided that I'm just going to be happy. I'm not going to talk about negative things. I'm going to talk about the good things, because sometimes we get focused on things that aren't going well, or things that we don't like in our lives, where we forget to recognize the blessings that we have and that we've gained. You know, so I'm getting back to a place where I was a long time ago, that I lost sight of, lost it. And I know my channel is fairly new, but and I'm gonna bring it up again. But when I lost my mom, I lost me, and some other things happened after me losing my mom that really took me under. Never felt, or never thought I would go through something so traumatic, because it was hard. It was really hard. But thank God I'm on the other side of that trauma, of that disappointment, of that letdown. So, me saying that, I just want to also add in that sometimes we put a lot of hope, a lot of trust, and a whole lot of everything into people or a person, thinking they're our life support, our life supply. But I just want to say, When we do that, we're setting ourselves up for disappointment because we're all human and we all make mistakes and we all gonna do whatever we gonna do. That doesn't make it right and it doesn't make it easy. Saying all of that, I want to say this, that regardless of what we go through in life, it's so important to put ourselves first. And I'm not talking about parents with children, because as a parent, your kids are going to always come first, or at least it did for me. But I'm saying, don't ever give yourself so much to a person where you lose sight of yourself. And that may sound cliche to a lot of you guys, but when you've lived it, you understand. You always keep a piece to you. And I know I'm saying a piece and don't give yourself to other people or whatever. But what I'm saying is this right here. Don't ever love someone more than you love yourself. Don't ever give someone more than what they're giving you, and what more than you can pour into yourself or that you already have in yourself. Excuse the noise. Like, so seriously, you guys, it's so important. Everybody's not going to have that Romeo, Juliet, or that fantasy Prince Charming and relationship. That may not be for everybody. So that's why it's so important to always focus and love yourself. Because people are people. We're all human. And when it's all said and done, guess what people are going to do? People are going to do what's best for themselves. And I'm not even sad about it. I'm not even unhappy about it. Because I can't control anyone. Only person I can control is myself. And my parents out here who have kids or whatever, grown kids, because babies, they're going to always be our babies. And they're going to think and act like babies. But even grown kids, it comes a time where, you're like, I've raised you. I've put all my focus, all my energy into you. Now it's time for me to put that energy and that focus back on myself. No, I don't love you any less. I love you even more. So now it's time for you to fly, just a side note or whatever. Because I know me, I can talk about a whole lot of different things, in a whole lot of different ways. I'm mental, so I'm always thinking or whatever. And I'm trying to look at it from all sides. And not even trying to, but that's just the way I think. So I want to say to people, whoever is listening, whoever hears me, always put yourself first. I mean, don't be completely self-centered. Of course, if you can help someone, help someone. But when you're in any type of relationship, any type of situationship, don't ever neglect you. Because when you do that, you're taking away from yourself. And then when it's all said and done, and if things don't go the way, we think they're going to go, now you're down and out. And you're like me and you're trying to find different ways to kind of build yourself back up because you don't have the tools you thought you had to build you back up. And when you find yourself out there and you broken down in the desert somewhere by yourself, and you'll have people, but then you're like, well, who can I truly trust? Can I trust these people? Do they have my best interest at heart? Do they have empathy for what I'm going through right now? And I say that because these are things that I thought and felt when I was going through what I went through. I felt like I really couldn't trust anyone. And you guys, I experienced things with my body that I did not understand. Of course, I'm getting older. I'm still fine, but I'm getting older. But I remember coming home from work one day, so tired, so drained. Y'all, I was beat. Okay? And all I wanted to do was get home, take a nice hot shower, eat some dinner, and go to bed. Because that's all I had the energy for. And I had to muster up that energy. And I went to bed around, I think, about 10 o'clock that night. Tired, exhausted. And can you believe it? I woke up around 2 a.m. Yeah, I'm tired now. 4 hours of sleep was not enough for me. But I woke up because I was plagued with stress, with my situation of just hurt. I don't have my mom here to comfort me. The man I thought was the man turned out to be shit. Yes, I said it, YouTube, shit. And I didn't understand it, and I didn't know how to cope with it. So I'm waking up in the wee hours of the night, the morning. Yeah, of course, I had to be to work the very next day. I'm clutching my chest. Anxiety is real, okay? Anxiety, depression is real. And I can say it because I've been through it. So you know what I did? Because that wasn't the only night. That's just that night. So what I did, I was like, maybe I'm having a heart attack. Maybe something's going on with my heart. Maybe the stress is too much for my body. I go to the doctor. I'm telling them what's going on with me. I'm thinking I'm having heart palpitations or papillations or whatever you call it. You guys know. Palpitations or whatever. Yeah, I was checked or whatever. Sent to a specialist. I had to wear a monitor. I had to get an ultrasound or a sonogram, whatever they call it, of my heart. And thank God it was okay. Everything was okay with me. Because whatever I was going through, it did affect me physically, but not to that extent. And still had to go through it. Still went through it, still had to go through it. And I prayed, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, sometimes I lost my faith. And I not even sometimes, big time, I lost my faith in God. It's a whole lot of stuff out here on the internet, that gets people to think differently, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. But you guys, I've been through that. And guess what? Through everything I went through, it leads me right back to God. So no, this is not, oh, this is a religious channel, or she's going to be talking about religious things. No, I'm going to talk about God. I'm going to talk about somebody who, or not even somebody, but I'm definitely going to speak on how when I started trusting God again, how things started turning around in my life for the better. I went through hell. No one would ever know that other than hearing it from me right now. I think I have certain family members that I might have said some things to, shared some things with, and they knew. They knew. But because they loved me and respect me and understood that maybe, Tal has a little ego, Tal has a little pride, and Tal has been through a lot. So, with my family that I did tell things to, for most of them. Most of them. They never came at me and was like, well, you know what, I told you so. Or because it was never a told you so. I think my family respected my decision enough to know that, okay, or respected me enough to know, okay, she's intelligent, she's wise, or whatever. She can see things for what they are, but I didn't. But they still respected me. So when I was going through what I went through, you know what they gave me? They gave me comfort. They gave me comfort. And let's be clear, I didn't go blabbing my business out to every Tom, Dick, and Harry and person that I worked with or knew or whatever. No. And to be honest with you, hindsight being 2020, looking back or whatever, I think a lot of people already knew what the hell I was going through. But they knew better than to question me about it. I'm not talking about my family. I'm just talking about people I work with, like associates or whatever. So a lot of times we hear, well, talk to your friends, ask your friends or whatever. First of all, make sure your friends is 100. 10 toes down for you. Before you go ask any one of your friends anything about your personal life, especially when you're deep into going through what you're going through. A thing with me is trust, loyalty. And I know that quality you won't find in any and everybody. You won't. Me personally, I find that in my immediate family. Because I realize even distant family, no one really means good for you. I have the best interest at heart for you. And y'all, I get on here every now and again. I'm rambling. But I'm really hoping that whatever I'm saying will touch someone. This will reach somebody who may be going through something similar. And if you are, beloved, with everything in me, don't lose yourself. I don't care how much you think you're in love with someone, how much someone makes you think they're in love with you. Don't you lose yourself. Because I'm going to be honest with you, everybody don't think like you. When the chips fall down, people are going to do what's best for themselves. always and forever. And if they're getting advice, that's the advice that they're getting. You better take care of yourself. So take my advice when I say you look out for you first. Don't ever love someone or something more than you love yourself. Because there may come a time when only person you got to depend on is yourself. I love you guys. I hope this reaches everyone and anyone that it should. Don't mind me, y'all, coming, recording from my porch or whatever. I just felt the need to get on here and just speak on life. Just on life, I think everyone is looking for something out here in this world. And sometimes we may not get it. At least not in the way we thought we was going to get it. So don't live in a fantasy. Don't be in a fantasy in your head. Women, we kind of grew up with, this fantasy. Yeah, well, I'm Sleeping Beauty and I'm just waiting on my Prince Charming, or I'm out here kissing frogs until I kiss my prince or whatever. Use your discernment, because we all have that. And definitely use your intuition, which goes hand in hand. Trust yourself. Don't trust anyone's words. And even if they put forth the action, question it. Don't be on the outside looking in. Be on the inside looking out. Or however it goes. Basically, I'm saying don't lose sight of yourself. Whatever you feel when you're dealing with people, and I'm not just talking about relationships, romantic relationships. I'm talking about business partnerships. I'm talking about friendships. I'm talking about whatever type of ships. Always use your discernment, because you have to remember, people have an agenda. And most people that you deal with, their agenda is to benefit them wholeheartedly. Most people. Until you actually run across people who are actually genuine and who actually want to see you win just as well as they want to see themselves win. That's the thing. That's the thing right there. Yeah, definitely be around somebody who's trying to win. But also get with people who aren't just only trying to win from themselves, but they want you to win as well. So it's a win-win situation. Not I win, you lose, and I've gotten over on you. Don't do that. Don't do that. So I'm just in with this. Always take care of yourself. Look out for yourself. Put yourself first. I love you guys. Be blessed. Look, like, share, comment. And I'll be back soon with another random post, or maybe something more particular. But I love you guys, and thank you so much for watching. God bless.